Time is not just the ticking of a clock. Time is your life written in invisible ink. Every hour is a page, every day is a chapter, and the book is being written whether you take the pen or not. Some people drift through the pages until the story ends in regret. Others, the rare few, seize the pen, take control of the ink, and write a story worth remembering. And that is why we are here. Because your life, your dream, your future is being bargained away every single day by the choices you make with your time. Empires are built not on chance, not on talent alone, but on time invested wisely. Every invention, every masterpiece, every victory in history was the result of men and women who learned to master their days. They treated an hour as sacred. They treated a day as an opportunity to carve something immortal into the stone of existence. Yet for too many people, time is the cheapest thing they own. They trade it away for comfort. They waste it on meaningless pursuits. They guard their money like a treasure but leave their hours unprotected, open for anyone and anything to steal. And then, when the years have gone, they look back in despair, realizing the greatest fortune they ever had was squandered. You don't need 10 years to turn your life around. You don't need to wait for some grand event. You can begin with just 7 days. 7 days of focus, 7 days of discipline, 7 days of intentional living can shake the very foundation of your habits and set you on a path to reclaiming everything you once thought was lost. Picture it. 1 week from today, you could walk into a new version of yourself. Not because you wished for it, not because you whispered about it in silence, but because you deliberately took control of every waking hour, like a master conductor guiding the symphony of life. The problem has never been the lack of dreams. Dreams are abundant. The problem is management of time, the refusal to direct it, the hesitation to discipline it, the neglect of treating it as the ultimate resource. The truth is, your dream is not waiting on more money, more luck, or more talent. It is waiting on your ability to take hold of your hours. Think of it as training your mind and your spirit to become a disciplined guardian of your most precious asset. Think of it as a test to see whether you are willing to trade comfort for greatness, distraction for purpose, delay for decisive action. Because once you learn how to take command of 7 days, you will know how to take command of 70. Once you master a week, you can master a month. And once you conquer the weeks and months, you can reclaim the years. My friends, the clock is ticking. It has always been ticking. The question is not whether time will pass, it will. The question is whether you will continue to drift or whether you will rise today and claim it as your servant instead of your master. So lean in, hold nothing back, and prepare yourself. Because these next 7 days are not ordinary. They are the dividing line between wasted potential and unstoppable progress. If you dare to follow through, if you dare to apply what you are about to hear, 7 days from now you will no longer recognize yourself. This is your chance, this is your time, and the pen is in your hand. A 7-day step-by-step plan to control your time. Something you can take home, something you can test in the quiet corners of your own life. A 7-day plan. Not a vague idea, not a dream floating in the air, but a step-by-step challenge that will help you take control of your time and, in doing so, reclaim your dreams. Too many people wait for life to organize itself. But order never arrives uninvited. You must impose it, one choice at a time, one day at a time. So here is your 7-day training ground. If you give it your best, you will not recognize yourself a week from now. Day 1. Awareness. Carry a notebook or a simple sheet of paper. From sunrise to sunset, write down everything you do and how long it takes. Don't judge, don't change, just observe, because you cannot command what you don't understand. This day is about discovery. By nightfall, you will see the patterns that have been quietly stealing your hours. Day 2. The Great Elimination. Take that list and circle everything that is useless, everything that drains energy but adds no value. Idle conversations, pointless wandering, meaningless tasks. Cross them out boldly. On this day, you declare war on waste. The moment you cut away what doesn't matter, you begin to carve space for what does. Day 3. The Priority List. Now, write down 3 things, just 3, that, if accomplished, would move your life forward in a meaningful way. These are not errands. These are stepping stones to your goals, your dreams, your future. Put them at the very top of your day. Everything else must wait until those three are done. Day 4. Guard your mornings. Wake up an hour earlier than usual. Not for leisure, not for chatter, but for focus. Use that hour for your most important task. Why? Because mornings carry unmatched energy. They are pure, unclaimed, untouched by the demands of others. If you win the morning, you win the day. Day 5. Time blocks. Take your day and break it into blocks. Assign each block a mission: work, study, rest, reflection. Give every block a purpose, because a day without structure is a day surrendered. And when you respect your blocks, you will feel the rhythm of discipline building inside you. Day 6. Review and adjust. Sit down with your notebook at night. Ask, did I live by design or by default? If you drifted, adjust. If you conquered, celebrate. Small adjustments, made daily, lead to massive transformations over time. Day 7. Reflection and renewal. Take 1 hour in silence. Look back at the week. Ask yourself, what did I gain? What did I lose? Who have I become? Write down your lessons. Carry them into the next week, stronger, wiser, more determined. How to eliminate distractions and wasted energy. Where is your energy really going? Not where you hope it is, not where you plan for it to be, but where it truly flows every single day. Because life is not just measured in hours, it is measured in energy. You can spend 10 hours at your desk, but if your mind is fractured into 100 pieces, then you have accomplished nothing more than a shadow of your potential. Distractions are not just interruptions, they are silent thieves. They don't always shout, they whisper, they creep in quietly. A wandering thought, an unnecessary conversation, a task that has no weight yet demands your attention, and before you know it, an entire day has slipped through your hands. And the most dangerous part? You think you've been busy, but busyness is not progress. Activity is not achievement. Energy without direction is nothing but wasted motion. To eliminate distractions is not simply about saying no to the noise around you. It is about saying yes to the greater calling within you. When you give your time to what is trivial, you have already stolen it from what is vital. A person who cannot guard their attention will never guard their destiny. How do you begin to break free? You start by identifying the leeches, those little habits, those meaningless routines, those moments of idle wandering that drain your strength. Write them down. Face them honestly, because you cannot conquer what you refuse to confront. And once you see them for what they are, you make a decision to rise above the noise, to say, my energy will no longer be scattered, my time will no longer be stolen, I will no longer confuse movement with progress. Imagine your life as a great river. If the waters are divided into 100 little streams, none of them carry enough force to move a single stone. But if you gather those streams into one mighty current, nothing can stand against it. Your energy works the same way. United, it becomes unstoppable. Divided, it becomes invisible. The power of prioritizing goals over comfort. Comfort is a silent thief. It sneaks in dressed as rest, disguised as ease, and before you know it, it has stolen the very years meant for your greatness. Comfort whispers, stay here, it's warm. Don't push too hard. Don't stretch too far. And while you listen, time slips away. Dreams fade. Potential dies without ever being tested. Comfort will never produce greatness. No man or woman who ever built something lasting, something powerful, something worthy of respect, chose comfort over purpose. Every story of triumph is a story of someone who placed their goals above the easy chair, above the short sleep, above the fleeting pleasure. Think of the farmer who wakes before the sun. While the world is still sleeping, he is plowing his field, sowing his seed. Is he comfortable? Number. But when the harvest arrives, who has the abundance? The one who endured discomfort for the sake of his vision. Goals demand sacrifice. They demand sweat, sometimes tears, and often nights where you wrestle with fatigue. Comfort asks for nothing, and in return, it gives you nothing. It's a fair trade. Nothing in, nothing out. But goals, they take everything you've got, and in return, they give you everything you've ever dreamed of. You must decide, will you live your life ruled by comfort, or will you bend your life toward your goals? Comfort may offer you a soft pillow today, but your goals offer you a throne tomorrow. Comfort may soothe your body, but your goals will crown your spirit. When you feel the urge to quit, remind yourself, comfort is temporary, but regret is permanent. And regret does not knock politely. It storms in at the end of your life and says, you had a chance, but you chose the easy path. So, let this be your declaration. My goals come first, my comfort second. If I must rise earlier, I will rise. If I must walk alone, I will walk. If I must labor while others laugh, so be it. Because when the time comes for me to reap, I will reap in joy, while those who lived in comfort will reap in sorrow. My friend, greatness is not found on the soft couch, but in the rugged field, the long road, the unshaken discipline. Put your goals before your comfort and watch your life transform into a story worth telling. Why discipline creates freedom and success. Discipline. For some people, that word feels heavy, like a chain around the neck. They hear discipline and immediately think of restrictions, sacrifices, and missing out. But let me tell you something that only the wise truly understand. Discipline is not a prison. It is the key that unlocks the door to freedom. The undisciplined man spends his life in chains. He's chained to bad habits, chained to laziness, chained to regret. He lives at the mercy of his impulses. If he feels like sleeping, he sleeps. If he feels like wasting time, he wastes it. If he feels like quitting, he quits. And at the end of the road, he looks back and sees a trail of broken promises and missed opportunities. That's not freedom, that's slavery. Now look at the disciplined man. His mornings are not ruled by comfort, but by purpose. His actions are not dictated by moods, but by principles. He doesn't wait to feel like it. He shows up regardless of how he feels. And because he governs himself, because he chooses the harder road when others take the easy one, he gains something few ever experience: true freedom. The freedom to build the life he desires, the freedom to rise above mediocrity, the freedom to say, I have lived and I have no regrets. Discipline gives you power over time. Instead of running late, instead of being a slave to chaos, you command your hours. Discipline gives you power over your body. Instead of being drained and tired, you are strong, sharp, and ready. Discipline gives you power over your mind. Instead of drowning in doubt, you stand with clarity, direction, and purpose. Without discipline, talent is wasted. Without discipline, intelligence is scattered. Without discipline, even dreams turn to dust. But with discipline, even an average man can rise above kings. Because discipline builds consistency, and consistency builds results, and results build a life worth living. You see, discipline is not about punishment. It is about liberation. It is the path that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you buy yourself freedom tomorrow. Every time you say no to weakness and yes to strength, you carve out success that no man can take away. Daily actions to boost focus, productivity, and growth. My friends, it is not the grand decisions alone that shape a destiny. It is the daily actions, the small choices, the seemingly ordinary steps that compound into extraordinary results. If you want to master your time and reclaim your dreams, you must build habits into your days that act as anchors. Anchors that hold you steady when distractions and weakness come knocking at your door. A farmer does not plant one day and harvest the next. He tills the soil, waters the ground, protects the seed, and repeats this faithful labor day after day. Only then, in due season, does the harvest come. Your life is no different. Success is not built in bursts of energy. It is built in rhythms of consistency. So what must you do daily? Let me give you the pillars that will keep your focus sharp, your productivity high, and your growth unstoppable. First, begin with clarity. Do not stumble into your day blindly. Before the world demands your attention, sit quietly, even if only for 10 minutes, and decide what matters most for this day. Write it down. A man or woman with a written purpose walks with power. Without it, you drift. Second, guard your energy as fiercely as you guard your time. Energy is your fuel, and wasted energy is wasted life. That means rest when you need rest, but not indulgence. That means fuel your body with what strengthens you, not what slows you. That means choosing conversations and environments that lift you, not drain you. Third, break the day into victories. Don't wait until the evening to decide if it was a good day. Win the morning, then win the afternoon, then win the evening. String together small victories, and you will live in constant momentum. Fourth, commit to one hard thing daily. Every day, do something that stretches you, something that requires discipline, something you could avoid but shouldn't. Lift a little heavier, read a little deeper, push a little further. Growth never comes from ease. Fifth, reflect before you sleep. At the close of the day, ask yourself, did I live in alignment with my goals? Did I move closer to my dream or drift further away? Do not condemn yourself if you fell short. Simply adjust, refine, and commit to a stronger tomorrow. Progress is born from honest reflection. My friends, daily actions are the bricks. Discipline is the mortar, and your dream is the house. Build it one day at a time, and soon you will stand in the home of your own vision, knowing it was your choices, your effort, your habits that brought it to life. This is how you not only control your time, but you multiply it. Because the man who lives with intention each day ends up with decades of harvest, while the one who wastes his days ends with regret. So let me ask you, what will your actions be tomorrow morning? Will you let the hours slip through your fingers, or will you grip them tightly, shaping them into something worthy of your destiny?